This is the video talking about what my marriage to Donnie means on the eve before we leave.
Okay, and what does marriage mean to you?
It means...
And what is so funny?
It could be the faces you're making behind the camera, for one thing. My marriage to you means a lifetime of commitment to the man that I love.
Mm-hmm. Troy, tell me why you want to get married to me.
Well, I've always wanted to get married, just to settle down, to have kids. And
but why to me?
Life. Oh.
That was the question.
Because you're funny, you're smart, and you help me become a better person. I feel that I can grow and evolve when I'm with you. I just remember when I met you a year and a half ago, and we had that romantic night at Regazi's, and the weekend after we talked some more and got to know each other and fell in love. This is just the perfect culmination of all that stuff. We're going to go up and get married.
And when did you know that you wanted to marry me?
Oh, that's kind of hard for me to say. What are you doing?
Nothing, I am just...
Don't pan the camera.
Trying different camera techniques.
Okay.
Now keep talking.
Well, that's hard for me to say.
Now see, I had an answer.
Well, I have an answer too. I would say it was that time, probably the third weekend we were together. It was the second weekend we were together. Talking about kids and marriage, and we'd done a lot of chatting about that in the past, but just talking about that in person was what made me realize. You're scratching yourself is distracting me.
I'm itching on my leg. I have to scratch myself. I think something bit me.
Nothing bit you.
Right there.
You had dry skin, dear.
No, something bit me while I was upstairs.
There's nothing upstairs to bite you, dear.
What are your feelings about this trip?
Well, I'm really excited and I'm not really anxious. This will be the farthest I've ever driven. It'll be my first time outside the country. It'll be my first time getting married. Because it'll be the only time I ever get married, so.
Good answer. What do you hope to gain from this experience?
I'm not really going for the tour. I'm going for the company. What I hope to gain from the experience is a marriage certificate.
Awesome.
Don't tell her that makes noise.
Any words of wisdom for any other gay couple that might be considering the state of marriage?
Impeach Bush.
Sweetie, we live in America. That alone is not going to help.
Just keep looking. Because the right man's out there somewhere. Yeah, see, this is so not my video, so I have to reshoot it when we're done.
Oh, so now he's saying that we will have to reshoot this video when we are done. Lovely.
One of the rules is you don't move the camera. It makes editing much, much harder.
Like, okay, it's the night before. We're about to go to Toronto to get married. I'm nervous, yet anxious and excited about going. Because it's something I've dreamed about since I was only about like 8 years old. One day I'd be able to get married and have kids and all that stuff, even though I'm gay. And I finally met and found my soulmate. His name is Troy. He's a cutie. Well, I did always picture my ceremony a little bit differently, but...
Well, how did you picture your ceremony before?
Well, I pictured the ceremony with all of my family and all of my friends at the ceremony, but of course we can't have that since we've got to do this in Canada, since they don't want to do this in America because they're stupid idiots. We want to keep a group of people oppressed for no good reason other than they try to use religion to justify it, which we all know is completely wrong, and God will punish them for that when they die. So, all is well. We have my best friend Todd and his fiancée Sharon, and we have our friends Carrie and Ryan, and they're coming with us. It's a little bit smaller than what I had thought about, but I was thinking about getting married on the beach at sunset, and literally right off into the sunset.
I don't do horses.
But yeah, Troy doesn't do horses, so oh well. So that's a little different. It's smaller, it's in a different country, but that does afford a road trip, and who doesn't love road trips? Because I know I do. Especially considering I've been all over the eastern seaboard and as far west as Texas. So.
Yeah, and if anybody does anything to the rental car, I'm going to kill them. Completely kill them, as in they will be dead. And you'll have to bury the body.
That was how I had pictured my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But at least the reception that we'll have, that will be really nice because a lot of our family and friends will be there. So, and it will be here in the house. So.
Yeah. So why is marriage so important to you?
It is something that I think everyone should be allowed to do. Because everyone needs to be able to validate their relationships. And one way in which we validate our relationship is to get married. To say, this is who I love, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with, and I've made this lifelong commitment to be with them. And to say that, you know, I couldn't have this just because I was gay, it doesn't make sense to me. So, okay, so this is me with my Troy. Just in case you can't see it, hold it up just a little bit better so you can see who I'm talking about. Anyways, so
when did you first know you wanted to marry me?
From the moment I met you.
Really?
I knew it. It was like kismet. It was fate.
So you just knew as soon as I pulled up in the car?
I knew when you pulled up and I got in the car and we started on our way to Ragazzi's and we were engaged in conversation, something just clicked inside and I knew I was going to marry you. And I mean, I was pretty right about it because look what we're doing. Albeit in Canada, but that's good. Canadian rules.
Canadian rules.
Yeah. Canada rules. Canadians rule. We love Canada. Just plain and simple. We love Canada. Canada rocks. I'm usually camera shy.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm usually camera shy. We are going to do a video diary of us going to Canada. And we're going to stop in Horsehead, New York, so that we can see my best friend Christy. I will go ahead and warn you, she will say some funny stuff about me.
But it's all true.
Together. And pretty much it will all be true. And I consider her like a sister to me, like I consider Todd to be like a brother to me. Oh, and Todd's parents are coming to the reception, and I just want to say a special hello to them. And then I would like to acknowledge my parents, my dad, and my mom, and my other mom, and everybody in my family should be here pretty much. My sisters, their kids, my brother and his kid, and of course my sister's husbands, and hopefully my grandma will be here to see how happy I am, because grandma means a lot to me. And we will light a candle for my grandfather, who passed away in 1988, and I would like to think that he would be just as supportive as my grandmother. And I also want to light a candle for my cousin Mike, who passed away last Thanksgiving, because he was a great person, and he never judged me, and he told me that me and Troy were a perfect match for each other, and that he hoped that we had a long, happy life together. And so I want to make sure that I light a candle for him. And of course, we will be playing Freebird for Mike. But anyways, I think that's about all that I have to say.
That was good. You don't have much longer left.
So, okay. So I will wrap this up and say that I hope that everyone enjoys this video, and I will see you again soon.